Good evening. Hello everybody, hello Ray. Look at this orange loaf. He's using my left hand as a pillow. I'm just purring away. Let's see if we can get a microphone in there. Okay, gonna have to do some stuff with the gain. All the buttons are really far away. Right, let's pause music for a second. I'll have the gain down anyway. Side break. I've got the gain really high on the microphone, so I'm whispering really quietly, but hopefully you can hear Snarl's purrs. He doesn't know what he's doing with his the lower ball. You can't hear them. Okay, we'll give up. Put the gain back to regular levels there. Hello Ray. Hello Rick. Hello Snarf. The internet says hello. Yes, you are an adorable baby. You are, yes you are. You get head scratches. But look, he must control. He's a control freak. He must grab my arm, make sure he's got hold of it. Hello Kathy, how are you? We're playing with cats. And we did have music. There was a thing we tried, I don't know if you caught it. Tried seeing if we could catch his purring, but it just wasn't quite making it. No, yes. Oh, he's such a big baby. Late getting dinner. Yeah, no worries. I mean, I'm not sure we're going to play a game for a while. We're just going to be like staring at this cat, so gonna have to be part of your evening routine. I am the dinner, and I skipped lunch, so I'm gonna be like Gary Sambrook after the stream. I'm gonna have a big dinner. Oh, look at you! Look at you! You're so adorable. He's making like air biscuits. Look at him. Look at those little paws. I don't do any editing to my YouTube videos, so anytime we do nonsense like this with him, it goes up. Was it a little while back we did 20-30 minutes of just staring at the cat? It's all on YouTube. You're forever famous on YouTube or until my account deactivates. And they purge it all. Oh, look at your face. It's so adorable. What? It's criminal that you're so handsome and adorable. It's absolutely criminal. Anyway, does anyone remember, and by anyone I mean probably Rick, because he's really good at remembering plot and remember what's going on in the game? Shall we have a chat-based audio recap while we all stare at this beautiful orange loaf, this big daft lad? He's given up the brain cell for now. He's happy to just lie here. Oh, you've heard something though, have you? Is it the fox with one eye? Are you responsible for the one eye thing? Oh, I don't think you're that much of a thing. Noir disc. That's what the PlayStation version was. Oh, I think we've got a delay on this camera as well. We should measure delays. Right, okay, it's fine now. Right, here we go. There's here are my fingers. There's my fingers. I'm going to say click at the same time I click. Click. That was a substantial delay. That was like at least 2 seconds. Let's just check the other camera. Click. Maybe 1.5. The delay would seem noticeable on the other one. You know what a smart person would have done? Would have started, would have clicked and started going 1,000, 2,000. We're smart. We're smart. I mean, I can't find. Right, there we go. 1,000, 2,000, 3. Right, 2 seconds. 1,000, 2,000. Okay, maybe they're not dissimilar. Not dissimilar. Fine. Right, Rick is slightly hazy in the plot. Partly because there's been some mission drift. Oh, there's been a lot of mission drift. We were hired to find a dude. Then we're looking for a sword. And now we're mostly looking for a killer. Yes. But I think it will all tie together. I seem to remember the last time we played, we'd unlocked the new locations. We did the map thing. There was a lot of nonsense where I thought I clicked on one, but I'd actually clicked on a different one. But we worked that out. We solved the map, and it pointed us to 2 locations. And so we went to the disc, and we talked to the actor, who was a pain in the ass. I'm not sure if he's worse than Malaclips or not. And I can't remember, this is the problem, isn't it, with this game? That it gives us the gimmick of the notebook, which writes down the important things, but also characters will sometimes say things that are big clues and signposts, and then we don't play it for 2 weeks. But yeah, we're going after the cult thing. With old moon calf. So we listened through what the actor said, and I can't remember a damn thing of it. Are we gonna have to go through? We're gonna have to speed run all the dialogue with the actor, aren't we? Just to refresh ourselves. I'm glad that nobody actually really watches the YouTubes in great numbers. There are a few. I think there's a few of you out there who do sort of catch up now and again if you miss streams. But the numbers are very few on the YouTube views. But it would be quite funny if they started picking up and people are like, game starts now. No, game starts now. And puts the time code in the comments. Right, oh, but this ginger loaf is so adorable. Cosmic terror and the stench thereof. Hello, Kira. How are you? Thank you. Kira knows the game and gets frustrated at me playing it. And so knows the plot, more or less. Oh, yay, she's a big baby. Cosmic terror, pretty smelly. Hi, yes. Oh, yes. My hand does make a lovely pillow. I need to put the keyboard where you lie and snuff if I'm going to play this game. Hello, Kira, Ray, and Kathy. emotes. Ah, Siptopia! Exclamation point. Siptopia? I don't think I did Sip. I think it was Siptopia. Or if someone could give Sip a shout out. Those emotes are beautiful, and I'm tempted to pay them for a matching Orco one. No, Snarf. You're all 8-bit or 16-bit. Well, pixelated anyway. Pixelated Snarf. You're all having a good old cadence off there. Hello, Rick and Kathy also. Sorry, typing with one finger. Pinned down by an Norris bastard. Ah yes, even better! Exclamation point art. I thought I had that. What's going on? I can do stuff with my right hand to a degree. Nightbot's there. Where are you, Nightbot? Artists. But also add command art and copy and paste that in. So we can. Why not both? Why not both, eh? Hey, both? Snarf? Do you want both? Let's do both. Oh, just double S that on Zip. Right. Beep-a-doop-a-doo. Let's fix that since we're just looking at Snarf. Boo. Systopia. No. And not a Phil Collins song. I never understood that on Nightbot, so hang on. Where's artists? So this is, you got the command, so that'll be exclamation point artists. You got the message, you got the user level, you got the cooldown, then you got the alias. But it reads to me, and maybe I've been misreading this all this time. If this command is supposed to call another command, specify the other command here. Note that the input passed to the listed alias is the message. To capture user input, you need to place variables in the message, like query. So that reads to me that exclamation point artist should then chain into another command. That's how it reads. By other command, you mean like what? Bash? Bash replacements? Oh, wrong way around. Oh, other than, yeah. Okay. Oh. Well, they give an example though of an alias of exclamation point song request. So I think I could probably make, Snarf, exclamation point art, and make that call exclamation point artists. Caps lock is on. Try exclamation point art now. Oh, Snarf. There you go. So it works that way. All I did with exclamation point art was just put exclamation point artists as the alias, and that's it. Right. Don't know how you do that with Command Z. Are you alright there? How are you doing? You're right, up Snarf. You look like you've got ennui again. No, he's not got ennui, actually. He's just getting comfortable. It's like sometimes he lies down and he just looks off. He's just lying there and he's just looking out. And it's just like, are you alright, mate? Are you having an existential crisis or something? And then sometimes he lies down and he's just like, nah, I just want to get comfy. And he's on his, I just want to get comfy face. You can only see the back of his head. We should somehow rectify this. You know, we've already got 2 cameras with a delay. Why don't we put one behind? Oh, he's just a big baby, aren't you? He's a big baby. Thing is, if I like were even to tempt, it's so tempting. Look at that big fluffy belly, waiting to be tickled. And I know he'll get fighty, but he's got such a big tickly belly. And I do this to people on Twitter all the time. Even people who like, my cat's an arsehole. Anytime they show a picture of like a cat with a belly, I'm like, tickle the belly! And even if they're like, no, my cat's an arsehole, I'm like, do it! So I might have to tickle your belly, Snarf. Ooh. Ooh. And he gets fighty. He had a little bite. Hi. You alright? Hi, yes. I should play a video game, Snarf. It can't all be about you. Well, yeah, maybe it can. The other stuff is only relevant if you want to do something like shout out or horny jail, where it does more than give a stack of text. Yes, that's right. Oh, I wonder if you can chain the new shout out style in there. Like, do the original shout out command and then chain it to get another command that does slash shout out. Because the bots and models should be able to do it. Hello, yes. God, you're so adorable, but I need to play a video game. Cat stream. Oh. Alright, we'll watch you for a little bit longer, Snarf, while I try and remember what was happening in the video game. Oh, does anyone remember, did the actor tell us anything interesting at all? No. Oh, Kathy. Those are beautiful. Those are beautiful. Tickle belly. Huh? Tickle belly. Tickle the belly. Gentle with the claws. You're gentle with the biting. You'd be gentler with the claws. Ow. And this is why he has to be like really controlling with it. With his, he's like, no, your arm goes there. This is where your arm goes. I'm going to put my paw on it, and that is where your arm stays. But I'm bigger than you, Snarf. I can move my arm anywhere. So he's just like, fine, I'm just going to flop. I'm just going to flop here anyway. Snarf, if you're going to flop, do you want to flop in bed? We really should play a video game. And this one needs 2 keyboards. You're not going to cooperate at all, are you? The brain cell's gone. And you're just like, no, I'm in flop mode. I like description just there. Just above the eyebrows. Just above the nose. Middle of the head. The third eye. There's no such thing as a third eye. But I like tickle Snarf in that little spot right in the middle of his forehead. And I will also sometimes kiss him as well. He was not impressed with that kiss. He was like, what do you do that for? Still haven't annoyed you enough to make you move. Still so happy just lying there. Cute boy he is. I'm surprised his brother hasn't shown up, though. So I've been sitting here talking to myself for so long. You know, usually his nibs would have cottoned on to that. He's been like, it's about time, right? Ow. There's a bit there where it's just like, ooh, just a bit into the skin a bit too much. Little stinger. I mean, can we play the game with him just lying there? Oh no, this is the internet, we just look at cats. I was like, oh, what's that? Then I realised it's the shadow of my elbow. I was like, oh, is that young Master Orko? No. 'Tis but my elbow. Snarf couldn't hunt his own tail, let alone a pixel. Snarf, we're casting aspersions on your video game abilities. Join me on the pixel hunt, Snarf. Right. I mean, we could just put the keyboard on him. He's giving me evils. But he's just like, okay, this is the way things are now. This is how I live my life now. 2 keyboards in this economy, I know. But I need one for the real computer and then one for the other one. I mean, I only need it for the saves, right? Okay, this is what we can do. Hi, by the way. Just gonna hang that there. I'm gonna pause that. Fire up Discworld Noir. We can do this. We can play a video game while still looking at a handsome cat who has to be used as a keyboard tray. Oh, we're missing cool jazz. Snarf, please stay still. I will... I forgot to connect the cool jazz. Snarf, the original keyboard cat. Apparently, Kathy is conditioned to think that the Transformers sound is dreamy time. I mean, to be fair, cozy keys. They are cozy keys. Sloth, ginger loaf mystery. Right, not that mouse. This mouse. Oh. Well, this is what happens, Snuff. Right, that's where we were. Was it session 11? And we've been researching some stuff, had we? Right. Kitty becomes keyboard holder. What are you going to do, Snuff? I need to have this keyboard somewhere. You know what? Aside from typing save name, I only need the lower F keys. So I'm just set it up there. It's fine. Just gotta remember which mouse is which. Right. Have we learnt things? What have we learnt? From the top, we have the Mundy case. The only thing we know and haven't crossed off yet is that Mundy was hung upside down and killed.
I'd learnt that Mundy had been hung upside down by his legs.
Right, he just says what we read. So all the actor dude said murders, lots of murders, all literary murders. Yes! That was it. Only need the lower F keys. Rig set with a Twitch plays Discworld script. We can hit the keyboard keys for you. Oh, wow. That would mean connecting a Windows XP machine to the internet, and I'm scared to do that. Yes, baby. Right. So we had the Mundy case. We had the Therma case. We've crossed everything off of that. We had the Von Uberwalds. Carlotta is a werewolf. And Errata. We had Sapphire. We crossed everything off of that. We had the sword. We're still looking for that. We've got the cult. And the ancient horror of Nylon Athatep. Very smelly. So those are our cases. Carlotta's about. Ilson 2 Conkers have disappeared. Alkali's probably about. Murders. Counterweight killings. Mundy. Regan. Malachite. More contacts and suspects are Jasper Horse with the bestial attacker. More murders. Counterweight killings. Right. These were the three that we found. Have we looked them up? Is that what we're here? Is that what we're here to do?
I didn't really know how to look that up in the library.
Right, no. Okay. Not that. Snap. I need my left hand. Sorry. Right.
One of the Bledlows up.
So we knew how people were killed. Anyway, more murders. Miscellaneous, the Golden Sword. We know everything we need to know about the sword. Miscellaneous. Gold-plated jewel. Not a lot going there. The 8 Great Tragedies. Dead Men's Point Boots. The 8 Great Tragedies. Is that what we're meant to be looking up?
The 8 Great Tragedies were still in the complete works of Hwell.
Right.
Well, it wasn't like they were going anywhere. Cheery collection of plays. In Titus Diplodocus, Titus was responsible for dismembering and eating various people before meeting his own grisly demise. In almost all the other plays, the lead met a horrible end. The Happy Prince of Copperhaven, who was poisoned at the end. Antilogy and Clephatara, who were stabbed and poisoned by an asp, respectively. Kensington, who was strangled by his wife. The Leering King, who had his eyes gouged out. The Tyrant, who was stabbed repeatedly in the back. And Truculus and Cressylic. He gets dragged through the streets of Sort until dead, and she is one of the tiny handful of protagonists to actually survive one of Hwell's action-packed blockbuster murder fests. If they held a Protagonists of Hwell's Tragedies annual reunion, the only other person there would be the lead role in The King of Ankh.
Right, so is it about the last one then? Because we're meant to be predicting where the next crime is going to happen, right? Temples and gods. We got the sign of the eel, the octagram of murders. Sign of the eel. Did we look that up here? Probably. We found it here.
I checked that I had remembered how to draw the sign of the eel correctly, and I had.
Okay, that comes in handy later for reasons I forget, because I forget a lot about this game. Right. And there's the drawing. That's the sign of the eel, and that's the octagram of murders. And then we've got a lot of blank pages. Right, okay. Can I remember any of that? Yeah, probably. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right. Actual items. Still got the perfume. We've got the bandages.
I found the plaster-encrusted bandages on the floor of Rodin's workshop. Apart from the fact that they'd been soaked in plaster.
There was the thing about them and the cosmetic surgery, the flyer.
I picked up the theater flyer from the Disc Theater. It told me about the plays in the Disc's current season.
Go, look them up. Is that what we're meant to do?
I looked up Hwell in the library and found his complete works. In there was a discussion of the 8 great tragedies.
Was that how I found the
works.
8 great tragedies?
From
okay.
the About the Author paragraph, I learned that Hwell was a dwarf who was banished from his tribe not only because of his claustrophobia, but because of his tendency to daydream. Both undesirable, to say the least, if you work in a mine. 102, and in the prime of his life for a dwarf, Hwell now worked for Vittler's Plays at the Disc Theater as one of the premier playwrights of the day. The 8 great tragedies were given in great detail. 8 plays, each with a collection of murders, usually with one more particularly gruesome or grotesque than the others, presumably for use in publicity trailers. The publicity trailers helped draw people into the theater by being towed around town to display posters. There was something suspiciously familiar about some of those murders.
So how do we solve it? Do the stuff. Are we done here? I mean, I'm not sure why we were here in the first place.
I found a list of the name that stood out. The envelope had come from the thing was.
Still got the empty envelope. Why? Perfume and the flyer. Right, okay. I'm not sure. We've got anything else to do here, so. Bye. So we had the disc, but where else had we unlocked as well? Is it this place?
Al-Khali was still following me.
Oh, I remember that.
I couldn't easily scale the wall.
Oh, where's our trusty grappling hook? There.
Okay, so I could have used the grapple to get over.
Fuck you.
The Pleasance was cut off from the city by...
Fuck you, game. Okay. this is the point where it's just like, we kind of remember stuff. We need to be working out where the next crime is going to be. Have we got enough to persuade Nobby?
Just thought we could...
Oh, chat.
All right then. Make it quick.
Right. Hello, Nobby. What can we talk to Nobby about? Didn't we give the students at U some homework? Maybe that's happened by now. No, I think we got that book immediately. We didn't... Yeah. It was a magical cabinet, so it got the books out automatically. The noise is Jelly Tots. Like Dreamies, but for DJ.
Do you know anything about the 8 great tragedies? No. Octograms of murders weren't exactly something you could bring up in passing.
Oh, come on. It's a clue.
I didn't want to... They'd think I was mad. I didn't... They'd think...
Okay, fine.
You're not going to believe this, but I have to tell you anyway.
Sure we did
There's
this.
a cult at work in the city, and if we don't stop them, they're going to destroy the city at the very least, and probably a lot more beside. Frankly, I don't know who else to turn to, and I thought I might be able to get you on my side. You're right. That I can get you on my side? Nah, that I'm not going to believe it. I'm sorry, Luton. Coming back from the grave is one thing. I mean, we all know that it happens all the time, don't we? But cults plotting to destroy the city. Nah, sorry. You're just pulling my leg. We'd know about it. And now you do. I've just told you. Really? Got any evidence?
What evidence do we have? What evidence do we have?
Do you know anything about the plays at the Disc Theater? No.
Damn it.
Do these mean anything to you? Well, it could be the work of a plaster surgeon. A plaster? Yeah.
Yeah, we're done then.
Some trolls on the road. The watch would like to... Don't you want to know? They're just... Why would I... Nobby. Well, I'm only... I'm beginning to...
Yeah, we did that one. So Nobby's not any help. Oh. What do we even do? So the game, we're smart enough to know that it's the plays, right? But who do we talk to persuade and get more evidence? Oh. Make me talk to this prick again.
Mind if I ask some more questions?
You're right.
Neither here nor there.
The play's the thing. You're right. Right, we probably shouldn't talk about those things. He probably won't, will he?
I didn't... They'd think I...
Yes, okay, never mind. But back on a previous page.
Tell me about the 8 great tragedies. And don't make me regret asking you about
Oh,
this.
I already regret it.
Great tragedies are considered to be among the finest of Quel's plays. Each one a poignant drama with an insight into the mortal condition.
That's all you have to say?
I could tell you much more.
Such as?
I could tell of the soul-searching anguish of Village in The Happy Prince of Copperhaven, as he struggles to decide whether to avenge the death of his father, whilst in the meantime inadvertently stabbing and poisoning the entire cast in oh so many humorous misunderstandings.
No, that's fine.
Oh, in the dead vast middle of the night, he cries. Oh, that my lover's father had not hidden behind that tapestry whilst I was practicing with my poignard.
That's enough.
and the famous soliloquy, to be or not to be. Oh, what's the point? Nobody's listening. Or perhaps I could tell of the tempestuous love of Antilogy for Cleopatra, queen of the Jelly Baby.
Stop it!
Perhaps the unspeakable acts of Titus Diplodocus. If one good deed in all my life I did, I do repent it from my very soul. That's all, folks.
All right, enough.
Our revels now are ended.
Stop! I knew I shouldn't have asked.
Okay, fine. How will you know which is the last murder scene? It's a very good question. They've been going on the order of the flyer. Is this something now where I'm going to have to, like...
The 8 plays being shown were definitely the 8 great tragedies.
Right. Kathy got a chuck from the that's all, folks line. Glad someone got something out of it. There was a big clue in the library, apparently. But how would we know? How would we know? The plays are the 8 great tragedy. The timing of the plays. No, I'm fucked up. Right.
There did seem to be something in common with the counterweight killings and Hwell's 8 great tragedies.
Yes.
One of the Bledlow. There did seem.
Well, that's
one of the
not any help. There was a big clue in the library, so there's nothing progressing our game. Go away. Leave. Let us leave. Let's leave. This was the other potential location. Dagon Street. But why? I don't know. It was basically hiding in Mr. Hong's. Okay, apparently there was a big clue in the library.
Who would say? I'd like to. Very well.
Okay. What's the big clue in the library? Aside from, I'm pretty certain I looked up the flyer, which tells me the order, with index cards.
I looked up Hwell in the library and found his complete works. In there was a discussion of the 8 great tragedies, Hwell's bloodiest works. From the About the Author paragraph, I learned that Hwell was a dwarf who was banished from his tribe not only because of his claustrophobia, but because of his tendency to daydream. Both undesirable, to say the least, if you work in a mine. The 8 great tragedies. The published there.
Other one. Other library.
I'd found the name that's. I didn't really.
A big clue in another library or this library? Look at the tragedies again.
The 8 great tragedies were still in the complete works of 12. Well, it wasn't like they were going anywhere. Cheery collection of plays. In Titus Diplodocus, Titus was responsible for dismembering and eating various people before meeting his own grisly demise. In almost all the other plays, the lead met a horrible end. the happy Prince of Copperhaven, who was poisoned at the end, and Trilogy and Cleffatara, who were stabbed and poisoned by an asp, respectively. Kensington, who was strangled by his wife. The leering king, who had his eyes gouged out. The tyrant, who was stabbed repeatedly in the back. And Truculus and Crescent. He gets dragged through the streets of Sword until dead, and she is one of the tiny handful of protagonists to actually survive one of Quell's action-packed blockbuster murder fests. If they held a Protagonists of Quell's Tragedies annual reunion, the only other person there would be the lead role in The King of Ankh.
Right. I saw the bing bing on the first one, and then there was a lot of words which made me forget what the first one was about. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to have to go through that again, because I'm an idiot. And I just need to pay attention to the first one.
The eight great well, it was cheery. In Titus Diplodocus, Titus was responsible for dismembering and eating various people. The beast. His own grisly demise. In almost all the other plays, the lead met a horrible end.
So, that one sounds like our beastly monster. So, is this where I need to...
That didn't have anything to do with the attacker, as far as I knew.
Nearly. Or is it us? Does it... It either applies to this beast or us. What were the words? We're going to look them up again. I'm not being very smart. I know.
The eight great tragedies were still in the complete works of Quell.
Well, yes.
Cheery. In Titus Diplodocus, Titus was responsible for
dismembering and eating various people before meeting his own grisly demise.
In almost all the...
Right. So who's responsible for dismembering and eating people? Until he met his demise. Because that's what it's about, right? Isn't it? It's about the demises of people in the plays matched up with the ones that have already happened. And we know the locations where the next ones will happen. We need to work out which one. And the play's the thing. The play's the thing. We discussed that the play was the thing. So if it's Titus Diplodocus with the eating, then it's Dagon Street. At least there's a fish bar. This is where...
One of the shops in the street was called the Three... I remember something to... I remember...
So in the window, there was the bone we didn't pick up.
The bones? I wasn't sure. I didn't want to... It was bad enough that I...
It's out of place.
The fish bar was... amongst the debris.
So we got an out of place bone.
I needed a little more to go on than just a bone. I was reasonably convinced that there was nothing here but refuse. The bone was the only... The fish bar...
So what's interesting about a bone? I mean, aside from the fact that it's not meant to be there.
Something about the eight. I'd learnt about the eight.
Trying to click off. Right. Pots.
The fish bar was full of cooking pots. Only to be expected, I guess.
Oh, don't worry about it, Rick. I'm sure at some point Kira will punish her television or phone or whatever she's watching on. Get in a car. I'm not even sure if she knows how to drive or not, but she will get in a car and drive down here to punch me in the face. I think I need to mess about with sense, but that's it. Kathy's not sorry at all. Fuck you. Suss the bone. Of course, dogs love bones. I'm sure, but didn't we do wolf mode? Try doing wolf mode?
There was a disturbing dark magenta scent in the fish bar. Something that resonated with cosmic evil. It scared me. It scared me that anything could have such a disturbing scent. And it scared me that I could tell what color cosmic evil was.
It's not a new one.
The dark magenta scent was like nothing I had ever smelled. It terrified me. The dark magenta...
I still haven't, like, you know, aside from... Do we follow it? So we got a beard, a bone, and a... Try the octagram. Oh yeah, we never did. Too many gimmicks. I think this game has too many gimmicks, and it doesn't really split them out that well. Right, where was Merchant Guild, Luton's office, Merchant Guild, Runner's Workshop, Disc? Where was it even? Seals. I forget where we trailed them for the meeting was. This was presence. Oh, it was the Shades, wasn't it? I thought it was down here, wasn't it? Have we lost access to that area? There's the pub. There's the rooftops. There's horse quarters. There's a mausoleum. There's one Uber Rancher. That's a location. There's Sears. There's Magdalen Bridge. There's Disc. Cafe, Temple, and the Cemetery. And the Merchants Guild, and Newton's office, and Rodin's workshop, and Sanctuary. The Little Pyramid. Now I read it.
The scent of the troll perfume.
Right, so nothing but troll perfume around here. We know this.
I'd identified the symbol as the sign of the eel. I'd already sketched. I couldn't, but I...
Yes, but what things do we work out?
The map couldn't help with that.
Yes, it can. Kira hates driving and doesn't trust herself not to crash. I mean, that's fair. I've been driving for years and I still dinged a car the other day. Or a van. On the bone. Hideout. That's right. Use the clue on the bone. Use the clue. Oh, what? Yes, hurry up. Finish your animations. Try the octagram on the bone. Right. Oh, yes, because we do have... Going the wrong way. The octagram of murders.
What did the bone have to do with anything?
All the sign of a eel.
The symbolite. The symbolite. The symbolite. What did the bone have to do with anything?
What does the bone have to do with anything? Huh? What does the bone have to do with anything? Why do you have to keep bringing the bone up? Oh my god, this game. Here's the shape of a puzzle, but none of the parts that you need. We've hidden 3 important parts of this jigsaw in obscure locations.
The symbolite. The symbolite.
What else can I do with a bone and a weird smell? I don't think there's anywhere else I haven't smelled. The theatre. Can't really have a good sniff in the theatre, can you? Bone. Oh, bone. What here has got anything to do with a bone?
The less I had to do with the bone, the better.
Apparently, we should just give up on the bone. So I've got no idea. I honestly don't know how this game wants me to progress. I know what it's telling me I should try and do. But I don't know how I'm meant to do that mechanically. We need to work out where the next murder is. I have enough evidence that we can work out where the next murder is. We know it's in one of 2 locations. We went to one of the locations and we found out that there's a lot of plays that are matching things. We found out about the 8 great tragedies. They're all being shown in order. The order appears to have matched the order of the murders. But then what? Like, why can't we go, oh, and the next play is... And that involves someone chewing on a bone. And we go, oh, we found a bone. Just looking at because it was infuriating too. But that's it. Use what? Use what on the bone? Use the clue. What clue? What clue do we use on the bone? All curse here, by the way. Right. Oh, the envelope.
The less I had.
He doesn't want anything to do with the bone. Am I going to gnaw it in wolf mode? I don't think I am. I'm not following the fog.
There was a
It's even more annoying. Uh-oh. Talk it to me, Kira. You can tell if you're frustrated enough to go and look it up. And you're frustrated enough with me playing to go and look it up. Yes. Yes, please. This fucking game. It's taken us years to get it running. It crashes often. Wow. Go to the actor, get real close, oh, the fuck is this bullshit that you're typing? Right. We will go as far as there. There aren't any arrows to tell me that there's a new scene to get to back here. I'm wondering if he's still trying to be cryptic with me and that I need to use the grappling iron. I'm also stuck in a fucking loop here. Luton, what are you doing? Luton. Put the grappling iron away, DJ. It's not helping. He can't see you right close. What? So what? We stand here. We talk to him.
Mind if I ask some more questions?
It is neither here nor there.
So you're an
It is my call.
Tran. Why do you... What's that supposed to...
You are not.
No. I always...
Well, but it's also men. Yes, the...
To catch the cash flow...
You disapprove. A man.
If he could make...
You should perhaps...
You want me to go to...
Come.
That's...
It was the best.
What's...
Truculent.
With a lot of bloody
Truculous.
deaths thrown in for good measure.
But of course.
Oh, I don't need to talk to him. Oh, it's enough.
I quickly transformed into a wolf and
Fuck.
had a sniff around. There was an eerie, dark magenta scent in the theater. But what caught my attention was the magenta scent that seemed to disappear into the stage. My murderer had been here.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
Where the scent had disappeared, there were some marks. I couldn't quite make them out, but they seemed to be a definite shape of some kind. I ran my finger around the marks casually. There was something about them that made you want to trace things on them, like a smiley face or a tic-tac-toe board. Well, something like that. Maybe something a little more sinister.
What, like a... Like some sort of sign of the eel, maybe?
I traced the sign of the eel across the marks, exactly as I learned how to do in the Libraris Apocrypha. There was a faint click, and the next thing I knew, there was a passageway under the stage.
Such bullshit to get that. Such bullshit. What the fuck?
The passageway led into a dark and ominous vault. The whole sepulchral temple seemed to be formed from curves and angles that would give geometry teachers nightmares.
Okay, right. Description over. Let's get saving. Right, what do we got? We got an altar.
The centerpiece to this disturbing chamber was a stone altar, engraved with a map of the Circle Sea. It looked centuries old, the kind of altar that could tell a few tales if it could talk. I was glad it couldn't.
Okay. And we've not got an exit. Only one way, and that's back out. Okay. Let's do
the map of the Circle Sea.
Right, okay. The octagram of murders.
Using the map, I worked out where each of the 8 great tragedies had taken place. They made an octagram around the edge, just like the counterweight killings did in Ankh-Morpork. I could match each of the tragedies to one of the murders, and the positions corresponded precisely. I knew that someone was going to get dragged to death from the Wizard's Pleasance, and that some unlucky fellow was going to get eaten in Dagon Street. I had a feeling I knew what had bothered me about the bone in the fish bar now. It was a human femur. That meant there was only one murder to go, and that it would take place at the Wizard's Pleasance.
Right. Excellent. That was not how I expected to solve that. I was expecting that we would solve that, you know, by going, oh, look at the plays and look at the thing and work out the types of the murders and the people. But no. Okay, fine. It was sneak into wolf mode in a quiet corner, see that your killer had gone through, and okay, fine, whatever. We've got the information we need from you. There's nothing else to click on. It's just weird,
Useful
disturbing.
Though they are, an exit is just an exit.
Yes, so
Useful.
leave by it. Has my
The
mouse
steps
got...
led back up to the theater.
Alright, okay. I was double clicking and it was just like... Normally if I double click, I'll walk off somewhere. Right. So we know where it's going to be next. Have we got enough to tell Nobby, or do we do it ourselves? We didn't have any nice jazz, did we? So I guess we're on our own. Where is it again? The Wizard's Pleasance. There we go.
Kali was still following me.
And that dog's back.
I wasn't an expert on dogs, but I thought that this black thoroughbred dog was a Klachian hound, also known as the Kelef Klachani. Small, proud, and ruthless, the Kelef Klachani were prized by dog breeders throughout the Circle Sea. What this one was doing out on the streets was anyone's guess.
Cute little pup, huh? Cute little puppy.
I thought about petting the dog, but there was something about the way he looked that made me think twice, maybe even 3 times about it. I couldn't easily... The Pleasance was cut off from the...
Oh, you can take a really long walk, huh? Really, really long walk. Ooh, bit of moonwalking. Hee hee.
The Pleasance was full of dense bushes.
Can I hide in a bush?
I didn't know how long I'd have to wait until something happened, but it turned out to be less than I thought.
I can hide in a
I'd
bush.
suspected
Hi,
I'd
Art.
been being followed, and I wasn't surprised to find that Kali was skulking around behind me. Gods alone knows how he got into the university. But if I could do it, I guess anyone could.
How you doing, Art? It's been frustrating. There was some bullshit, but we're progressing. Oh no, the tiny dog is actually a big murderous wolf. Ow!
It was over in seconds.
And of course we're at the scene of the crime again. That should allow us to get arrested.
I was about to follow the killer's trail when I saw a familiar face.
Oh, hello. Plots are happening.
Why did you carry on with the case, Luton?
Too many people told me to stop.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. I like you, Luton. It didn't have to be this way.
So you're behind this, are you?
I'm just a servant. My master, Anu Anu, is behind this.
That beast is Mooncalf's god?
Mooncalf didn't start this cult. I did. When the last human worshippers of Anu Anu had passed on, leaving only an empty temple in their wake, the cult lived on among the lycanthropes. My late husband got me involved, and I came back to Ankh-Morpork to arrange everything.
Came back?
I thought you'd realize, Luton. I'm Therma.
It figures. You killed Malachite, didn't you?
I didn't kill any of them. My master did that. We just arranged everything for him. He's stronger when we gather together and pray.
You were in the Temple of Small Gods each time there was a murder.
It was a perfect alibi.
Why was Malachite looking for you?
I'm his sister.
His sister? Hands up who can spot the big problem here.
I was adopted by Mr. and Mrs. Karst. They named me Therma. And Malachite and I grew up together.
Oh, yeah, I'll be honest, I wasn't
It's
expecting
a
the
tough life
Therma
when
twist.
you're a poor troll. And tougher still when you weren't born a troll. I used to sit at the table eating bread, while the rest of the family was chewing cold sandwiches. That kind of thing leaves its mark on a girl.
My heart bleeds for you.
Malachite and I broke into the von Uberwald mansion and made off with some of the Count's valuables, including that pendant you've been carrying around.
And that jeweled box in the carriage that presumably held the asp that poisoned Reagan.
That's right.
How did you and Malachite get separated?
He got caught, but he didn't tell the watch about me. I thought I'd seen the last of him. I sold most of what I got, and I was living off it comfortably. But I'd seen that painting in the hallway, and it got me thinking.
The painting that looks like you?
Exactly. I reinvented myself as a debutante, and I seduced Ulrich and married into high society. I went back to Uberwald with him, changed my name to Carlotta, and my life as a troll was forgotten. Therma was dead. Long live Carlotta von Uberwald.
Did you know Ulrich was a werewolf?
Not until the honeymoon. That was a surprise, I can tell you. Not entirely an unpleasant one, I have to say.
How did you get involved in this cult business?
Before he died, Ulrich inducted me into the worship of Anu Anu, and it became my mission to engineer his return to power. I recruited followers and we prayed to him, gradually awakening his consciousness. He'd been stuck in the form of a small dog on the streets of Al-Khali for decades, not even remembering who he was. As our numbers grew, Anu Anu's power grew, and eventually he was able to slip aboard a ship and steal his way here to Ankh-Morpork.
The Milka.
That's right. The Milka also stopped off at Sort, where it picked up Mundi. He was supposed to be bringing us the Sortese falchion, having stolen it from a dig at Sorta. The archaeologists didn't even know it was there. Unfortunately, what we hadn't counted on was that Mundi was a man with few scruples and even less brains to go with it. Either he approached Horst, or Horst approached him. One way or another, he arranged to sell the sword to that devious troll.
Only he didn't have the sword, did he? He'd concealed it in one of the crates in the cargo hold.
We didn't know that. We just knew that Mundi had gone to ground. That's why I hired you to find him.
And when I did, your cult killed him. Only you'd expected the sword to be with him. And by the time he was dead, it was too late to ask him where he'd put it.
We couldn't believe our luck when you found the sword for us after Mondi's death. I'm sorry that my master had to stab you to get it.
Did you know I was going to get killed? Was that why you made me into a werewolf?
I suspected that things would get a little rough for you, and I believed you were too valuable an asset to waste.
I'm flattered. And the counterweight killings were your cult attempting to summon Nylonathotep by mimicking the way he was summoned before. I don't get it.
With the Falchion, my master can defeat the laddering horror again, and he will grow in power, ascending to the ranks of the most powerful gods, where he belongs.
That's all very well, but a lot of people died for that dream. You can't just go around killing people whenever the notion strikes you. It's not polite.
What are the lives of a few people against the prize?
Reagan knew, didn't he? Or at least suspected.
I don't know what he actually knew, but he suspected a lot. He'd been blackmailing me for weeks.
The envelope in his locker. He said he had evidence, didn't he?
I didn't know it was empty. He said he had proof, and he knew enough that I couldn't take any chances. He had to go.
Why are you telling me all this?
It's customary for the villain to explain his evil schemes when the hero is captured.
I'm no hero, and you're no villain either. We're just people.
You know it's not too late, Luton. Join us.
Join your cult. What happens if I refuse?
There's no point in refusing. It's already too late to stop the summoning of Nylonathotep. Al-Khali was the 8th murder. Even now, the other cultists are gathering at the focal point for the invocation.
That would be the temple under the Disc Theater, I take it.
You're good. I'll give you that. Let's go, or we'll miss the pre-summoning.
What if I try to stop you?
Like I said, it's already too late for that. Join us, Luton. You know it's the only choice.
I could kill you and make a run for it.
You wouldn't hurt me, would you, Luton? After all we've been through.
You arranged the murder of your own brother, and you'd have me killed too if I got in the way.
So what? In this world, you get one chance at happiness.
You may be right. All right. I'll go along with this for now. But I'm not making any promises for the future.
That's good enough for me.
Carlotta told me she would have to bind me in case I got any foolish ideas, and then she escorted me into the depths of the temple. It looked like the whole crowd was there. As well as Carlotta, I recognized Mooncalf and Warb, the wizard from Saturnalia.
Warb.
8 of them in all. 1 for each person on the list. But my attention was drawn to the hulking mass of Anu Anu, and the golden sword that he was wielding like it was a toothpick.
It begins.
Take your places, people. Everyone remember your lines.
Nylonathotep, who summoned thee? In accordance with the ancient pacts, we have made 8 sacrifices in the manner prescribed. Come to us.
I was filled with an overwhelming sensation of dread. I guess summoning rituals have that effect on me.
It is here. Now I command you, by the power of the Fashion, to bend to my will. Bend to my will, I command thee. I hold the Fashion. You will obey me.
I got the impression that that wasn't supposed to happen. The next thing I knew, the temple was coming apart at the seams, and rocks were falling everywhere.
Nylon! Nylon! Nylon!
I
Nylon!
don't know what was wrong, but it seemed as if Anu Anu couldn't control the unspeakable force of cosmic horror that he had unleashed.
Oh, that's
And
good.
now it was loose in the city.
Have we
As
done the
if
bad
my day
ending?
wasn't bad enough already.
Act 4! Wow. We still haven't
After the rubble
finished.
had settled, I pulled myself out from under it and had a look around. The temple seemed different somehow. And not just because the roof had caved in. Anu Anu was lying in a crumpled heap on the other side of the chamber, and Carlotta was tending to his wounds. The rest of the cult had made their getaway. Everyone but Warb, whose luck had taken a permanent turn for the worse.
Oh, Warb. I quite liked Warb. Right. That was a big info dump. So let's get the save in. Right. What's happened to you? You've decided to have a focus thing if we want to look at my fingernails. But we want you down here. There we go. Hello. Hello, focus. To end game. I mean, I'm hoping Act 4 is the last act. Hello, everyone. Hi. How are you? How are you all doing on this fine Friday? Guess what? Uh-oh. You were sitting there being really cute, and I was going to point the camera at you, like looking all cute and perky and everything. Then you decided to come here and be a dick instead. Now that you're like, oh wait, staff's gone. I can come along and be a dick now. Yes, Orca is here as well. Dick time. Not like that though.
Carlotta was obviously upset by Anu Anu's injuries. I guess there was a heart in that cold chest somewhere.
There he is, just being cute on the other desk. Waiting for his moment. Waiting for his moment.
For a god, Anu Anu was looking in a bad way. I tried to listen in to what Anu Anu was saying, but his voice was weak and faltering.
I should have known. The inscription. I forgot the inscription.
Quiet, Master. Conserve your strength.
Oh, there are walls.
There was something about the walls that I didn't like. I think it was the way they wouldn't stop swimming. I decided against touching the walls.
Touch the walls.
Come on, Carlotta, let's get out of here before the rest of the roof comes down.
I'm not leaving my master.
He's not going to make it. You can at least save yourself.
He's a god, so he's
Leave us,
technically
Luton.
immortal.
Leave!
Orca, you...
Sometimes I wondered if these ancient temples were designed to fall in on themselves at dramatic moments. I searched the rubble and uncovered the golden falchion. The sword was bad luck, but I had a feeling it was safer in my hands than anyone else's.
Good. Diddle-diddle-doo. I got a musical sting.
I'd already found, hoping for any...
Okay, fine. Warb. Warb's dead. Salute the body.
It looked as if part of the ceiling had rearranged most of Warb's head.
Wow.
The only thing of interest on Warb's body was the charm bracelet, and I didn't want to take that back. I only hope he got some good luck out of it before his final payoff came. Maybe I should have warned him. Maybe he got what he deserved. Who was I to judge?
He was flopped down being cute, but then I moved, so he moved. What else is happening? Walls, Carlotta, leave. That's not the right keyboard. Kill Anu Anu.
I could barely hear Anu Anu's voice.
The play. It was there in the play. I had forgotten about it. I hadn't even noticed it was missing.
He wasn't making much sense.
Well, he was probably making enough. Okay, so we got the sword. We talked to everybody. I guess we leave.
The terrified cultist was obviously in pain and finding it hard to walk. He
oh,
wasn't going anywhere. Well, he wasn't going anywhere fast anyway.
I just noticed the tentacles.
What's up with you?
Broke my stupid leg when the roof came in.
Which one are you?
What? You must be Coom. How did you know that?
I recognize your voice. Now give me one good reason why I shouldn't turn you over to the Watch.
Please, don't. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. It was just a little fun, you know? Secret meetings and plots for world domination.
Yeah, just a little bit
it's
fun.
intoxicating.
Well, now it's blown up in your face, and at least one member of your cult is dead.
Who was it?
Warb. He had a disagreement with a large block of stone.
I don't want to do I'm terrified. I suspect that some of the cultists might have wanted us to fail.
Really? Why?
I don't know. Just a hunch. Please don't turn me over to the watch. I didn't do anything wrong.
8 people died because of your cult.
No. I'm sorry. I should never have got involved.
Where have the others gone?
I don't know. Back to the sanctuary, I guess. They didn't really tell me much. I was only the novice.
Maybe I was getting soft in my old age, but I couldn't escape the feeling that the poor fool was just a victim of peer pressure. I guess he just wanted to belong to something, and he didn't much care what. I sympathized. In my own way. Get going. I don't ever want to see you again.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this.
I'd better not.
Okay, cool. We're not gonna talk or mention the tentacles. Nope, not mentioning the tentacles. Nope, still not mentioning all tentacles. Wow. Doesn't this look good? Tentacle. Oh, where to start? Probably the wizards. Like, we've got a new big problem. That's the wrong way. Right. Scribbled everything off the Monday case. Scribbled everything off the Firma case. Scribbled everything but errata off the Von Uberwalds. Everything off Sapphire. Everything off the sword now. We've still got the cult. Else from Two Conquers. No, we did contact murders, all scribbled off. Like, most things should now be scribbled off. Horse who ran away. All scribbled off. They're not important anymore. Gold-plated jewel is still important, apparently. Probably going to see Nobby.
Things are looking busy in here, Nobby.
Yeah, I don't know what's come over everyone, but they're acting crazy.
Crazy? Isn't that a subjective term around here?
What?
Never mind. What sort of crazy things?
People attacking each other for no good reason. And jumping to their deaths, too. We haven't seen such carnage since the rule of Lord Snapcase. We've got riots out there, and they're not even being started by dwarves. I've never seen anything like it.
It's going to get worse.
How can you tell?
Trust me, this is only the beginning.
Remember that cult we were telling you about? Nobby?
You're not going to believe this, but I have to tell you anyway. There's a cult at work in this. Frankly, I don't know who else.
This is the same dialogue
You're
as
right.
before.
Nah. I'm sorry. Nah. We'd know.
And now...
Really? Got any...
Like, have you seen what's happening outside, Nobby? Fine. Nobby is no help. Fuck.
The Temple of Small Gods seemed deserted when I returned there. I could hear mad laughter echoing inside.
Well, this is something. Oh, we're just hanging around you? Just hanging around you? Okay, cool. We're gonna hang around. I'm gonna save.
I was drawn to Mooncalf by his religious fervor. He was the kind of man who wouldn't miss a single event in the temple, no matter how
That's an old description.
Mooncalf? Is that you?
Leave this place! Begone! All are cursed. All will be destroyed. It was Mooncalf, all right.
It was Mooncalf, all right. All right.
How can I stop Nylon Ethatep?
Don't mention that name!
Okay, let's try a different approach. Will the sign of the eel protect me from Nylon Ethatep?
It's too late. We should have thought of that before. We might have saved it.
Listen, Mooncalf. We have to stop this thing. I need help.
Nothing can help us now.
Really? What about Errata?
What do you know about the goddess Errata?
Leave me in peace!
Gonna remember that line reading next time. Next time, like some sort of like street preacher comes along and goes, "Have you got time in your life for Jesus Christ? Leave me in peace." Right. He doesn't want to talk about Nanaftep. He doesn't want to talk about a lot. Not a lot for us to talk about. Miscellaneous.
The jewel...
Everything else has been crossed off the list now. Well, you're not much help, are you? However, what about the sword?
I have the sword.
Put it away!
That wasn't the response I was expecting.
Okay.
I had a feeling that...
Monday's kind is important.
I had a...
Right, is there anything?
What happened, Mooncalf?
Oh, wait, hang on.
Mother was right. I should have become a tax collector. It's good money, Mooncalf, she said. Better than you learn with that cult foolishness. You've got to provide for your future. Now look at me. I have no future.
None of us have a future unless we can stop Nylon Ethatep.
Don't say that name. Don't say that name.
But if I say the name... Say my name, say my name.
How can I stop? Okay,
Let's try a different approach. There is no different approach. There's nothing to talk about with him. So presumably, I need that.
I
That's
decided I'd better come back later when Mooncalf was slightly less psychotic.
when he was less psychotic. Okay. Well, we don't have the cemetery anymore. We don't have Malachi anymore. Let's go. Right, Rodin's workshop. Oh, hello. You're back, are you?
You're back.
Oh, no. The noises.
Back? Had I gone somewhere?
Here we go again.
Oh, God.
So you're a sculptor, then?
The noises. The animation.
Yes. Yes.
Why do I get the...
Right, okay, fine. Let's go through what's left on the notebook.
What do you know about the goddess Errata?
Just get to it.
I really don't think I know anything.
Right, fine. What about...
Nylon Ethatep was important to the cult somehow.
Right, fine.
I didn't want to... They'd think I would...
There's nothing else to talk about, is there?
The jewel...
Right, okay. Oh, what? You might be interested in the sword.
I wasn't going to...
Right, so is he just there to annoy us? He is just there to annoy us. Okay, fine. Fine. Go back to my office, you never know. Sometimes people leave things by the door. Nope. Let's get saving. Let's see who's back at the sanctuary. Shelter from the
I
law.
don't know exactly what I hoped to learn from the sanctuary, but I went anyway. Maybe I was hoping that all the cultists would be as easily intimidated as Coom. I was wrong.
You're very sharp, Mr. Luton. You've done a very sharp thing. Maybe even sharp enough to cut your own throat.
Did
You
what?
must be Kondo.
I'm flattered. How did you know?
I recognize your voice. You tried to kill me with that crossbow once before.
It's silver-tipped before you get any heroic ideas. The Dark Sect isn't as sloppy as the cult of Anu.
A cult within a cult.
We couldn't believe our luck. Mooncarve and Therma were looking for people to join their cult, and they actually wanted to summon Nylon Ethertep. Can you believe that? Do you have any idea how rare it is that someone wants to summon the laddering horror for anything other than wreaking havoc and destruction?
Who's we?
Oh, no, it's not that easy.
Damn.
Do you think I'm the overconfident villain who reveals his whole plot to the hero shortly before placing you in an overly complex life or death situation that you then escape from at the last minute?
It might make life easier if you were.
Real life isn't like the clickies, Luton. The good guys don't always win.
What makes you think I'm the good guy?
I don't care what side you're on, Luton. All I care about is that we are victorious and that everything is destroyed.
I just don't understand why anyone would want to destroy the whole of creation. If you want to die, why not just kill yourself?
I'm going to achieve something with my life, Luton.
Okay.
Something that no one will ever forget.
Yeah, but nobody will want.
Everyone's going
Yes.
to be dead. No one is going to remember
Thank you.
anything.
Thank
And
you, Rick.
that's an achievement no one else can claim.
You're insane.
That's what my psychiatrist said. I had to kill him too. He knew too much, just like you.
Some people say that when you're about to die, your life flashes before your eyes. For me, the world seemed to go into slow motion.
I told you, Luton, the good guys don't always win.
Very true, but they try much harder.
I'm dead, aren't I? Am I going to spend eternity suffering in the pits of hell for what I've done?
If that's what you want.
Oh, I can't believe I'm not going to find out how all this ends after all the work I put into it.
It's never fun being taken off a project you've worked hard on.
That's the last time I get so involved in my work.
How right you are.
When I came to, I wasn't sure if I was dead or alive. That seemed to be happening to me a lot.
Hello again.
Have you come for me?
No. I was just passing through and I thought it would be polite to say hello. Isn't that what you're supposed to do with acquaintances?
If you want to scare them to death.
Sorry. I'm not good in social situations.
It must be hard to fit in when you're a 7-foot-tall skeleton with a scythe.
I'll see you later.
That doesn't fill me with confidence.
That, I'm afraid, is your problem.
Right. Well, we just murdered someone. But, you know, classily, off-screen, seen from a distance, don't want to be too much in there. And while all that was happening, why, Rick is redeemed. Stream of Dreamies, which means that this one here, hi, I'm scratching your bum. And Snarf! Snarf! Right, let's do a lag check. Click. Hang on, Do that again. 1,000, 1.5 seconds. Hi, Snap. Hi. I just need to... 1,000, 1,000, 2.5 seconds. Snarf's cam is a second faster.
Oh, what, we're doing calibrations now?
Yep.
Well, I had to stream more often. That was a highlight of the other weekend.
Yeah, but you didn't have to play Dark Souls, did you?
Ah, fuck that shit. I did enjoy the karaoke though, that was funny.
Orcas is... yeah, something. You know how time works.
Hello, Kira. Hello, Kathy. Is he teasing Orca? Just give him the biscuits, man.
Snap. Oh, snap. What DS character class would you pick, Larry?
Well, his character classes. What did you go for?
I was a swampy pyromancer.
Sounds shite.
It was a bit, to be fair.
I'd probably be his assassin one. I'm like the assassin of the North Sea.
I was a fair size hand. I tried to make it a level scoop. But I bet Snarf will win. What is there to assassinate in the North Sea anyway?
Geordies?
Did I see the comment from Lines 12 L's? Yes, DJ. I did not. Art is just like... enough of this North Sea nonsense. While we watch cats eat biscuits, we should talk about... Linux issues. So no, I did not see the comments. He told some shitbags to go pound sand for calling him woke. Is that based? I guess. I don't know. So they said he was woke, presumably to say, "Oh, you're woke. You're being." And he said, "Oh, go back." He basically said, "Go pound sand bigots," right? He admitted to being woke using a whole bunch of questionable language. Well, yeah, I don't expect him to be. Right, there you go. Snap wins, by the way. Yeah, I'm not going to expect the Gen X white dude who works in tech to be a paragon of progressive brilliance. But like, yeah, if he told a bunch of bigots to go pound sand, that'll do. Okay, man, I need to get Kitchener out here. Snarf, that was a good Snarf win. Yeah, no, there's nothing for you. Snarf likes the tune up.
Yeah, he does. Tuna's great. How come when you leave the room I get quieter as well?
That, Larry, is because of Sonar, probably.
You live bastard. Because you're doing my voice.
Shut up, Larry. Don't spoil the thing. Right, what's the button? Right. We're playing a video game. Hello. Hello. Just glad he didn't post. Oh, when you said post like Elmo, I was like, wait, what? And then, no. Okay, yeah, I know who you mean. Yeah. Did you get face? I know, right? Face reveal, body to litter.
I'd killed Kondo, but at least he hadn't killed me. On Kondo's body was an amulet, It had to be worth finding out what it was, so I took it.
Yes. Ooh. Excellent. New things. We're in the looting bodies part of the game. No, to be fair, very first part of the game, we stole a tooth from a troll. Okay.
When I went back to the mansion, the butler had some grim
Oh,
news
no.
for me. The Count had shuffled off his mortal
Oh,
coil
no.
in the recent disc-quake. He was sleeping the big sleep, pushing up daisies, crossing the final frontier, booking a vacation to the underworld. Basically, he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, he'd left provisions for me in his will. He'd pay my way to the end of the case, and more importantly, he was allowing me to continue to use the library.
Uh-huh.
Well, what did it matter to him who used the library now he was gone? When you're dead, you were sleeping the big sleep, and nothing much mattered to you anymore. All the nastiness was behind you. For the rest of us, the nastiness was still all around us. And if I didn't stop that nastiness from crushing us all under its tentacles, we'd all be sleeping the big sleep. Frankly, I didn't think the afterlife would have enough beds.
Right, here we go. That was a lot to say. Someone's dead. But we can still use this. Okay. Wrong buttons. And you're right, it is just a fidget spinner, right? There's no way.
The symbol on the amulet was mentioned in a copy of The Joy of Sects. It was the three-lobed eye, the emblem of the followers of Nylonathotep, the so-called Dark Sect, who plotted nothing less than the destruction of the whole of creation. Party guys. I bet they were a lot of fun at dinner parties.
What? Why did they cut that joke in? That was a cut in, right? The party guys line, which I thought was funny. But then... oh, whatever. Oh, hey, maybe we can look at the sword as well. It's like they...
1001 Golden Swords, the complete story of gold swords throughout history, had an entry on the Sortes Falchion. Their illustration was different somehow. I noticed that there was some kind of gold stud in the pommel where the real sword had an indentation. Perhaps there was something missing from the sword, and perhaps that was why Anu had failed to defeat Nylonathotep.
We've got to plug the battery in, haven't we? The thing that looks like a battery, you know, with the gold on the tip. The jewel. It's that, isn't it? It's that. The gold-plated jewel.
It looked as if the indentation in the pommel might be for a jewel.
Uh-huh.
Kondo's amulet has a symbol on it.
Right. Is there anything else to look up? There's nothing new to look up, is there? Okay. Where else can we go? Cafe Ank. Let's see what's happening down here. Let's also get a saving. Nobody's here.
Mr. Luton.
How's business, Samael?
It's pretty good, Mr. Luton. How are things with you?
Not so good. I think I'm so deep in trouble that I haven't even realized it yet.
You haven't had much luck, have you, Mr. Luton?
Not since the Hotel Pseudopolis.
That was when... Oh, I see.
That's okay, Samael. I don't mind talking to you about it. You're like family.
We've not got a lot to talk about, Smile, but hey, look at this sword.
Does this mean anything to you?
I wouldn't know anything about that, Mr. Luton.
Okay, what about this?
Does this mean anything to you?
I wouldn't know anything about that, Mr. Luton.
Still catching it. His name is Luton rather than Luton. And who would want to be from Luton?
Nylon Athertep was important to the cult.
Okay.
I wouldn't know anything.
Fine. Wrong way. What about Errata?
What do you know about the goddess Errata?
I wouldn't know anything about that, Mr. Luton.
He's not much help, is he? He's not much help. Business is pretty good, isn't it? Being eaten by a horror from the Dungeon Dimensions. Yes, but people still want to eat. Nothing going on down here.
It had been a while since I'd been to the new hall, and I had a bad feeling about what Mrs. Folmes would have to say to me if she saw me.
Mr. Luton, I was wondering if you'd turn up again.
Can I come in?
No, you're fired. Worst bedmaker I ever hired.
Listen, I have to get inside the university. There's a dangerous cult trying to destroy the city, and I need to talk to someone inside.
That's actually a good
what
point.
they all say. Now goodbye and don't come back.
That wasn't what I wanted to hear.
Okay. Have we seen Nobby yet? I thought... No, we've seen Nobby, haven't we? We talked to Nobby already. I always go to Nobby, and he hasn't been much help for a while. Why have we still got the Magdalen Bridge open? Like, there's nothing happening here except for the river. And like, you know... Sure, I could turn into a wolf.
The smell of the Ankh was too strong.
So, I mean, it's a location, but there's nothing happening. No, not Nobby again. We don't want Nobby again. Don't want the desk. Go down the office. To the sanctuary. Let's have a look around Dagon Street. Now we're back into a cycle of now what? We need to find the thing. Just do the animation, will you? Where's the escape key? The bone, the debris, the pots. There's nothing happening here, is there? We don't still have the... We got horse quarters, so... Yeah, we haven't got the gardens location. We can't go over the wall. Nothing's happening in here. Talk to Mankin, though. Oh, no. Long animation. Just take a weird path.
Can we talk?
I know I can. And you can at least make intelligible noises.
He does not like us.
Nylon. I didn't want... They'd think I would. What do you know about the goddess Errata?
If you asked fewer questions, I read.
I don't think he's going to be much help, is he?
The jewel...
He's no help. Unless we stab him with a sword. Or just try the amulet.
The amulet was something to... I didn't want to show...
Yeah, okay, fine.
I wasn't going to show...
All that. Fine. Oh, let's just double check there's nothing new in the notice board to read.
Eat at Hargers. I couldn't imagine who would pay attention to...
Right.
I hadn't seen Horst since I arranged his meeting with Laredo. Wherever Horst was, he wasn't at his quarters.
Okay. Right. So, we've got fewer locations. Some of them seem pointless. We've got a weirdo little amulet. And we've got the sword that we can use to kill a god with. If only we had... Oh, hang on a second. This isn't... Some fucking bullshit
The
here.
golden sword was fine just the way it was.
Right. We need to find the thing. And is it you? Is it you?
The the amulet and the coin had nothing in common.
Fine.
Kondo.
So we got the fidget spinner. And the sword. And we need to find the battery for the sword. Rodan is rubbish, but there. I thought we grabbed something off. What did we get off the other dead body? The amulet again. Or was that where that's why we got the amulet in the first place? Nothing's happening there. Nothing seems to be happening there. Although we didn't check this room. I mean, sure, I could become the wolf again.
The scent was too...
I don't see any point. So there doesn't seem to be anything going on here, as best I can tell. Pseudopolis Yard, Nobby's rubbish. Disc Theatre, maybe we go back to. Nothing happened more than Bridge. We haven't been to the mausoleum for a bit. Oh, yeah, no, not that amulet. The fidget spinner amulet. Yeah, mausoleum's just mausoleuming around. This is the puzzle, isn't it?
Can I come in?
No, go away. You're fired, and that's that.
How do we get in there? Oh, we haven't seen the patrician yet, have we? We haven't been here. So we don't go in there. Okay, fine. Let's go grappling hook. Door
It
puzzle.
always looked... When I went back to Leonard's cell, it was lacking a large part of the wall. The disc quake must have taken its toll on the palace. Leonard and two conkers were still working on the flapping wing flying device like nothing had happened.
And now it's got a handy ramp.
Just a few more questions, if you wouldn't mind.
Nerds. Yeah, look at them, just like, oh, yeah, don't care. Hey, how about we talk about this?
What do you make of this? Where you this did get? You recognize it? Not sword, no. But indenting at end of handle, same shape as gold-plated jewel I is being searching for. You're telling me that a gold-plated jewel belongs in the pommel? It would be seeming so. Interesting.
Okay.
Does this mean anything to either of you?
That symbol is of familiarness to me. I am of fear that I cannot remember what it is to be.
Anything you remember could be useful.
The symbol is being called the Eye of Three Lobes. That much I am remembering.
Well, that's something.
Yep. We're on some
This jewel
lazy
that you're
racism.
looking for, Two Conkers. Are you sure it's here in Ankh-Morpork?
As shoring as I can to being. Found inscription in hole, in dig, in sorta, leading to city here.
And what language was the inscription in?
Inscription in Sortian is being.
And how well do you speak Sortian?
Oh, at leasting as well to be speaking your language.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, game. Hey, what do you guys know about?
Either of you heard of Nylon Athatep?
That's a familiar name. I believe that's the name of one of the old dark gods.
Do you know anything more about it?
Sorry, no.
Wow. I was hoping you might have been more help.
Do either of you know a symbol that looks like a sort of wavy star with an eye in the middle?
To be of certitude.
What is it?
It is to be believed as symbol with prehistoric oranges.
It's very old, is that what you're saying?
Of much yesness.
You don't know what it means?
Laminatedly no.
Now they're just making shit up.
What do you know about the goddess Errata?
Yes, you can use it if you like.
You didn't listen to a word I just said, did you?
Be my guest.
Right. So they told us things, but nothing new.
I wouldn't to be... I would...
So they told us what we already worked out.
What is that?
To my floppy, I had put it to one side.
What was the...
It occurred to me that if I modified...
Sure, we've done all this.
If we can to be solving the minor
Problems.
What are the problems you're experiencing?
Mainly weight. If it is going to fly, it has to be light. But Two Conkers has suggested using bombastic wood for the frame, which is extremely light for its strength. I have to raid one of my floating designs to get enough of the stuff, but it should work.
If weight is a problem, why does it seat two people?
The patrician said he would be most interested in the device if it could be used to fly two people.
You don't know why?
Well, he said he was interested in how far you could travel in it.
Come to think of it, I suppose Veterinary might be interested in getting a long way from the city in a hurry one day. Could you fly a long distance in it?
I imagine you'd get very tired. Still, if it were moving over a flat surface, you might get some additional lifting things up force reflected off the ground, which would mean it would be easier. I call this the reflecting some of your lifting things up force off the ground effect.
Well, this is all very interesting.
Yes, it's not helping us with our case at all.
I decided to leave. I doubt...
But this seems like Chekhov's flying machine ramp, doesn't it? How do I go down now? How do I leave? Luton?
I wasn't...
There we go. There it is. There it is, folks. So still what we already knew. Somewhere in Ankh-Morpork is... We're not going into the palace. He's rubbish. He's rubbish and bad noises.
Even with Al-Khali's death,
Oh, I thought that was a thing on the floor that might have been a pixel hunt. Alright. Rodan's rubbish, though. You ever play some Diablo before the servers get swarmed? No worries, Art. Catch you later. Have fun. Diablerizing.
the amulet was something to do with... I didn't...
So we're not showing that to him.
I wasn't going... You dropped these over by Malachite's spot.
Oh, did I? Thank you. What are they?
They're bandages. Only the funny thing is, they're covered in plaster.
Really?
I suppose you were making some kind of modification to one of your statues.
Yes, that's right. Hmm?
Only the funny thing is, none of the statues have changed. Perhaps you could explain that.
Okay, this is time together now.
Shall I tell you what I think? I think you're operating as an illegal plaster surgeon for trolls on the lam. Half-inch on the nose here, a bit extra on the chin. Even their own mother wouldn't know them, eh?
But I never do anything illegal. Honestly.
Don't worry, I'm not going to turn you over to the watch. I just want some information.
Information?
Yeah.
Who is
I
number
know
one?
that you're not the best person to come to for information, given your memory.
Yes, that's what makes me a good plaster surgeon. I can never remember who my patients are.
Do you work here?
Not usually. No. I usually work wherever they need me.
But you had to do Malachite here because he didn't have anywhere to go.
Malachite. Malachite.
Oh, come on. He was right here in the workshop.
Oh, that troll. Yes, I did him.
That's what I thought.
Okay, cool. He's, That didn't give us any nice jazz noises, though. Right. That was a nice little bit of, like, covering something off, but I'm not sure exactly how it helped us. But it doesn't matter, folks, because we've been on for a little over 2 hours now. We did a little bit longer because we had some snaff time. We're very near the end. Oof. Yeah, but you know how I can drag things out, huh? I'm sure we'll find a way to drag it out, but not before we get the beautiful, beautiful. But Ray's having fun. Probably. Just think of all the fun Ray's going to have when it finally gets Nancy Drew working. Oh, shirtless Nancy Drew stream. Not that mouse. That is the wrong mouse. I always do the wrong mouse. And switch tally off as well. We don't need to have that. Array raid. Array raid. Oh, yes. 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 That is what is happening, isn't it? We are doing the dating sims. Wow, Kira's eager. I don't blame you. Ray underscore of underscore swords. Ooh, you did the thing. You did the moderator thing. Yes, only one place to raid from here after the other week's Wild Wild Times on the KMC Mutual Aid stream. Ray is doing one of its things, which is the Thirsty Shirtless Dating Sim stream. So we're going to go over and see it. Oh no. Oh, it's Arcade Spirits as well, but it's the sequel. Oh, well, there we go. Right. I'm going to see my parents tomorrow, so we're going to have to wait another week to get maybe nearly towards the end. Who knows? So no Riven either. God, we haven't played Riven for weeks. But I should really see my parents. I put them off for 2 weeks now. You lot are lovely, and you know you are. So let's go and see Ray, who is also lovely, and we know it is. And yeah, let's just have a good time with that. Okay, mwah, have a good one. Bye.